Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to a new YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, here we are to continue my Adelaide Crows My Coach career mode. In today's episode we are returning back to Friday Night Footy to play the GWS Giants on a Friday night at Manuka Oval to open up a 2-game stint of Friday Night Footy, which will be between the Giants in this episode and back at home next week for the D's before a round 9 showdown. So massive next couple of weeks coming up. If you haven't gone ahead and checked out last week's episode, please go ahead and do so now because I'm about to spoil it here. So last week we did end up beating the Western Bulldogs by 6 points in the end. It was a cracking game of footy, and yeah, the Dogs, they had a little bit of a late surge. They kicked the last goal of the game, and they almost drawed it up with us. But again, they tried out the centre, but just couldn't quite finish it off, as we ended up winning. And this just caught my eye. Last week the Giants won by 89. No, 91. Won by 91 last week against the Bombers. 173 to 82. And it's at the MCG. That's a bit weird. The Giants don't play home games at the MCG, but that is still something to keep our eye on. And then we'll go back. They lost to the Pies and then beat the Saints. So they've been on a bit of a rocky form. Then the game prior to that they lost, then they won, and then round 1 they lost. So they've been on a loss win all season. So you know what it is then? It's a loss. They're up to a loss, so hopefully that is exactly what happens. Now I'm just going to go ahead and check out career history. 76.47 is our win percentage. I'm just going to go ahead and check out stat leaders as well. Actually, no, we're not going to check out stat leaders. We're going to check out our team stat leaders, which are Jimmy Rowe, 12 goals, such a key part of our team. 10 for Fogarty, 9 for DeConing, 8 for Rosie, 7 for Rochelle. Those are the players, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players that have really stood out to me this season on the goal kicking tally. And of course the ladder, we're currently first, 5-1, 127%. The Giants, they're in 11th, they're 3-3 with a loss win kind of thing. And they are actually, according to their trend, they are up to a loss. So hopefully that is exactly what happens. Match objectives as well. 3 dribble kicks, 1 banana goal, 5 contested marks. And now we're going to go ahead, go into the office, read a couple of emails, report on the Giants. Giants have won 3 games. Lockie Whitfield is in red hot form. Dacos, he does want an opportunity. Plenty of team selection dilemmas. Kane Farrell made the 50 games last week. Congratulations to Kane Farrell. Good return, 4 goals for him. And Riley O'Brien, 50 games. Congratulations to them both. Stand-up performers were Riley O'Brien, Sloan and Farrell in the win over the Western Bulldogs, and Brodie Smith is sadly going to be out of the side for a little while. Now though, I'm just going to have a little check-up with the staff and everything like that. We are tracking pretty well. I am just going to put the marketing depth... Oh, no, we'll leave it at 3. Just going to check everything's good with finances as well, which it is. And now we're going to go ahead, hop into team selection. Big team selection coming up here. Brodie Smith, as we know, is out for 3 weeks. The Giants have no one. So they are clear on the injury and tribunal. We know that we've got nobody. And what about the Giants? No one. So the Giants are going to be bringing their best team today. So that is something that we do have to look out for, because not sure what injuries they've had in the past, but this is their best side. Rosie King, Rochelle Horn, James Hill Francis, Darcy Fogarty, Todd Marshall. Those are my key forwards, all my forwards. I'm pretty happy with them. Midfield, stacked as it could possibly be. We've got plenty of 90s in there. O'Brien 91, Sloan 94, Crouch 92, Dawson 90, Keys 87, Nick Dacos 87. Now, I'm going to be trialling out Josh Dacos in the back line, 83. Now, I'm going to swap him and Laird, because I'm going to put him on Daniels, because I feel like that's a better matchup for him. Laird on the dangerous green. But main thing to keep an eye out though for with Dacos is how his performance is going to be today. So that's the key thing there, because he's going to be in the mix of generating a lot of ball movement. So we're going to have to be he's going to be key to how we play. Duday, Laird, Miller, Butts, Seasman, and then of course Farrell, Bracefield, DeConing, Rowe on the bench. That is how I'm lining up for today's game. I feel like best possible team at the moment with what selection difficulties we may have, because obviously Smith is out. But now it is pre-game tip. My tip for the game. My tip for the game is going to be that the Crows will win by 10 in another close game. See you at Manuka Oval. See you there for Friday Night Footy. See you there. Massive game at Manuka Oval. We look to go 6-1. We've prevailed in many close games throughout the season. And of course, our only loss this year came at Adelaide Oval in round 4 with a 4-point loss. So we have prevailed in plenty of close games, but we also do know how to blow teams away like we did to West Coast a couple of rounds back. Wow, wow, wow. Pouring down at Manuka on a Friday night. Scenes though. And here we go. Friday Night Footy underway at Manuka between the Crows and the Giants. Here we go. Friday Night Footy's underway. Reed for the first of the night for the Giants. And for the first of the game. Puts it right through the middle and the Giants have the first on Friday Night Footy. Interesting decision there. Laird, he comes to meet the ball, but Keys. Ben Keys up over the top to Marshall. Todd Marshall takes a fantastic mark. Surely this is the Crows' first from 30 out directly in front, and it is. The Crows have their first on Friday Night Footy. Now Marshall should just go off the ground here. Fogarty, can he get the goal? He can't. Rochelle pressured. Oh, Francis. Oh, yes. Brilliant pressure by the Crows for their second goal of the night. Backed himself in. Jason Horne-France 2-on-1 now. Jimmy Rowe. He's just going to take off. He loves this sort of a scenario. He can just run around, and now this should be the Crows' third, and it is. Jimmy Rowe, really slick stuff from the pocket. And just have a look at him there. He just runs around, keeps on going, and then just nails the goal, even though he had pressure around him. Sam Reid. Giants second coming up from Manuka Oval. The Giants have their second. Sam Reid has his second. Jordan Butts unloads a torp. That is a massive torp. That is a massive torp there by Jordan Butts. Nick Dacos, that does spell trouble. And now, Darcy Fogarty. Oh, yes. This man is so good at kicking goals. That's his first of the night. De Boer to bring the margin back to 7 and single digits. That's good. Goes right through the middle there by Matt De Boer. That's his first of the night. Kicking indeed. Jason Horne-Francis, he was all over that. Jimmy Rowe, he's also all over that. But another man that's all over that is De Koning. Just kicked a point a moment ago. Gets right back into the action for a goal. Horne-Francis can do the same, and the Crows could have one here. And now Andrew Brayshaw runs to 50. De Koning got it. Tom De Koning loves full forward. And that will go straight through the middle. I did overcook it, but goes through. The Crows are up by 20. Crows have already got 39 in the first quarter. And there's quarter time siren. The Crows have got 39. GWS 3-1-19. Adelaide Crows 6-3-39. 7-11 inside 15 in favour of the Crows. But last week versus Western Bulldogs kicked the behind at quarter time. To quarter time we had one behind. And now to quarter time, this time we have 6 goals through, which equals 39. That is a plus 38 improvement from last week's quarter time score, which is really good. De Koning with 2 goals. He's really gotten himself into the game. But I feel like Brayshaw, he's been a good standout early. And Fogarty as well is another one to keep your eye on. But the matchup on Butts and Reid will be another good one. Hopefully Butts can start edging his way on top in that matchup. But here we go, second quarter between the Crows and the Giants from Manuka Oval. Friday Night Footy. Really nicely done there. And now Darcy Fogarty. He's going to be able to run. Just going to torpedo that. Long torpedo by Fogarty to Rochelle. Josh Rochelle. This doesn't faze him. That does not faze him at all, Josh Rochelle. Coast to coast brilliance by the Crows. Lockie Keefe, the key defender, snuck forward. And that's a nice goal there for Lockie Keefe. That's dangerous. Kane Farrell, Jason Horn-Francis, and the Crows get a nice goal at Manuka to comfortably extend their lead now out to 29 points. They have to just miss the target there. Sloan will kick it away, and now this opens the door for Rory Laird. He's comfortably winning the foot race. Here's Rory Laird, just going to bomb a long ball. Marshall got it. Brilliant mark there by Todd Marshall. Todd Marshall now, 50-metre kick, slight angle, puts it right through the middle, and the Crows extend their lead to 35 points. Keefe for goal number 2. And the Giants need one. The margin is cut back to 5 goals or 30 points. Back, Rochelle. Oh, half-time siren sounds. And it is the Crows by 30 points. We are comfortably doing the Giants in. 11 inside 50 to 24 in favour of us. We are smashing them in that area. Fogarty, Rosie and Brayshaw have all had 6 touches and 2 goals for Marshall, Horn-Francis and de Koning. We're having a night out at Manuka. And here we go for the second half and the third quarter. Here we go. O'Brien beats Himmelberg to it. Todd Marshall did a really good job there. Nick Dacos, that's got to go through and it does. Dream start for the Crows. The margin is 36 points. And now that the Giants are going to get through, and they're going to get a goal out of it through Jacob Hopper, who's been one of their best to field. Ben King. Rochelle gets the footy. He's had plenty of it tonight. And from the clearance, gets a brilliant goal. That's his 7th disposal and his 2nd goal of the night. Brilliant stuff, brilliant effort by Josh Rochelle. Toby Green, Rory Laird's done a brilliant job all night to keep him quiet. And that time he gets the goal though, does Toby Green. Hogan, dangerous player, and he kicks a big goal for the Giants, which does spark a bit of life. Kane Farrell, Riley O'Brien, we know he's had a really big night already. He's got Connor Rosie all alone, who can just play on. This should be a goal for Connor Rosie. No problem. The Crows get the instant response back, and that's Rosie's first. Which the Crows, they did a really good job in the end. And now the corridor's opened right up for them. Ben King now, and this should be a goal for the Crows. No problems there by Ben King. And the Crows absolutely attack the corridor for one of the plays of the season. The Giants' ruck will not be able to clear that though, without problems from the Adelaide Crows. Now to Jimmy Rowe, he can get a goal too. Instead, no, de Koning will get it. The Adelaide Crows, they will now lead by 44. And now that will surely be enough to ensure their home. De Koning has his 3rd. Now that is a risk going back into the corridor, because the Crows will hurt you every single time up there. Ben King, he wants Nick Dacos to get on the end of things. And no, guess who? De Koning will kick a goal. Tom De Koning, what goal number is this? I think this might be his 4th. He has had a night out, and the margin is 49 points now. In to De Koning, who goes back, and it's 3/4 time. The Crows almost had another one, but 49 points is the margin. Get excited. GWS 8-3-51, Adelaide 15-10-100, 17-36 inside 50s. The ball has been in our half. Josh Rochelle, 10 touches, 8 for Nick Dacos and Riley O'Brien, but Tom De Koning's always got an out the back for his 4 goals today. We've destroyed the Giants at Manuka, and now it's the last quarter to cap off a really good game. Here we go, Friday Night Footy, Manuka Oval, last quarter between the Crows and the Giants. Hogan, almost. Now to Canelio though on the run past. Giants got the first of the last. Canelio, he almost got the footy. Oh, Josh Rochelle, he's had a day out, and his day keeps on getting better. Back to 49 points. He's had 12 disposals and 3 goals and has been a high impact player today. An okay one. And now for Jimmy Rowe, who was going to give it to De Koning if he was there, but he didn't end up being there. Jimmy Rowe kicks his 2nd after having another really good day. Toby Green got absolutely pinpointed with the pass, and he squeezes that one home. The Giants, Sam Reid had a pretty good day today. Pops it right through the middle. Nice goal there for Sam Reid. That's his third. Crouch. Now Laird. Just going to go short ahead. And now Jason Horne-Francis. Brilliantly done there. It's going to be a banana by the looks of things. Jason Horne-Francis, fair way out from goal, and oh, he's just eased that through the middle of the big six. There's Jason Horne-Francis. Made that look so easy for his third of the night. Toby Green has managed to come alive for the Giants. He's had a couple of chances, and that's goal number 3 for Toby Green. He was in so much trouble there. And now Ben King just going to send the ball in long. Fogarty! He knows how to use his body. Darcy Fogarty currently standing in a lake of water. Can he put it through? Yes, he's got that perfectly. Darcy Fogarty puts it through. That's his second of the night. Didn't quite work. Now for Jimmy Rowe. De Koning, and he has had a lot of the footy tonight as De Koning. 9 touches for 5 goals, and he's been one of our best. To down, Brace will go and hunt the footy now. Jason Horne-Francis, and the siren sounds! And the Crows comfortable wins in the end against GWS. GWS 12-3-75. Adelaide 20-11, 131. Comfortably beat the Giants in the end, and what a game of footy that one was. Fantastic game for us. And I did say the Giants would lose this game because of their win-loss pattern. I did get that one correct. We end up smashing them by, what would it be? A lot. I don't really know how much, but anyway. Yeah, fantastic game. 25-44 inside 50s in favour of us, and that is why we won the game for our dominance around there. Joshua Shelley, 12 disposals, 10 for Brayshaw and Farrell, really sharing the ball around. 5 goals for De Koning, 3 for Jason Horne-Francis and Joshua Shelley, 3 goals for Toby Green, Sam Reid, 2 for Lachlan Keefe, 16 disposals for Nick Haynes, 13 for Phil Davis, 12 for Sam Taylor. That's why you know that we won, because the ball spent a ton of time in our 50, which is their back half. Play of the match. Additional Flames votes going to Riley O'Brien, Joshua Shelley and Ben King. 1 additional Flames vote each. And you know what? I'm going to chuck another one in there. Tom De Koning, have yourself an additional Flames vote as well, 5 goals. So 4 players walk away with +1, depending on whatever other tally they'll walk away with from here. So, 3 Flames votes today. 2 players, Joshua Shelley and Tom De Koning. 5 goals for De Koning, that's why he won the extra Flames vote as well. And now, 2 votes, Andrew Brayshaw. And now 1 vote today. I'm going to go back here real quick. Okay, right. I've got it. 1 Flame vote today. 2 people. Get ready. Riley O'Brien and Jason Horne-Francis. Fantastic. Jimmy Rowe. Ben King. Very unlucky to miss out on Flames votes today, but they are tough to get. They are very tough to get. And just look at that. Like, that third quarter is where we started to jump out of the blocks. And then again, we absolutely smashed them in the last. So, look, very, very, very plenty of positives to take out of today's game. We go 6-1 now. And we are back to the Adelaide of Friday Night Footy versus Melbourne next round, round 8. Can you believe we're already at round 8 in the season, and plenty of our new players at the club are showing that they can put together very impressive seasons, which is really good to see. Now though, some big news though, the D's are 6th, 5-2, so another interesting matchup. When are our times going to come where we're going to play some pretty bad teams down the bottom? When are we going to play Essendon? When are we going to play St Kilda? When are we going to play Gold Coast and Hawthorn? When are we going to play those kind of teams down the bottom? Don't say when we're going to play Cats or Tigers, because they are actually quite tough to beat, and the power in a showdown should be an absolute classic. But we just boosted our percentage by +6% there, which is really nice to see. Now I'm going to go into office and read these emails that we obviously need to read. So, AFL match review, stand-up performers of Riley O'Brien, Joshua Shelley and Ben King. Max King wants a chance. Just have to wait and see with the team. Melbourne have won 5 games and Max Goonies in red hot form. Should be a good game versus Melbourne next week. Now, I don't really think there's too much more to do. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think there's too much more at all that we need to do. Because the team is set. Not changing that. I reckon we're gonna be going unchanged next week because that worked well. Now, what I will be doing, just gonna have to work out this scenario with Tom McDonald because he's gonna be a tall man. So, not sure what we're gonna have to do there with that sort of scenario. But other than that, though, that is a stacked team to go and play Melbourne. So I don't feel like we're gonna. I feel like next week just is unchanged. But yeah, I don't really think that we have to do anything else. We're pretty well good this episode. But yeah, next week we're going to be playing the 5 and 2 teams before a showdown in round 9 between the 2, 4 and 1 power. So that is going to wrap us up for today's episode. Not really a lot going on. It'll be another big week next week though, taking on the Demons before round 9 is the day of the showdown. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Sending you guys never miss another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Bye everyone. Flaming Footy out.